wake up feeling like you've already run a marathon, even though your day hasn't really begun? Not just sleepy, but heavy, like your thoughts are wrapped in fog, like your body is whispering, "Stop." And you wonder, why am I so tired when I haven't done anything crazy? That's what we'll explore today. Not just the kind of tiredness that disappears after a nap, but the deeper kind, the one that feels like it's telling you something. And while we walk through this reflection together, you'll also be gently training your English, listening to real phrases, emotional expressions, and words you can use when you want to share how you feel. I'm Evie. This is a quiet space, not just for learning English, but for learning yourself again. A space where language feels soft, healing, and alive. So let's listen, not only to English, but to what your body has been trying to say all along. Most of us don't stop when we first feel tired. We pour another coffee, we scroll through our phones, we tell ourselves, "I'll sleep later." But here's the truth. Your body never stays silent. It whispers first. Then it raises its voice. And if you still don't listen, it starts to shout. That's what tiredness really is, a signal. Sometimes soft, sometimes sharp. And the longer we ignore it, the louder it becomes. Until one day we get sick, lose focus, or wake up feeling like a stranger to ourselves. Think back for a moment. When was the last time you felt truly tired? Not just ready for bed, but so drained that your body seemed to be begging for attention. That moment wasn't weakness. It was wisdom. Your body speaking a language of its own, asking you to pause. When we say, "I'm tired," we usually think it just means we need sleep. And yes, sleep matters. But tiredness often runs deeper than that. It can mean you're emotionally exhausted, like you've been carrying invisible weight for too long. It can mean stress has been stretching you so thin that even small tasks feel overwhelming. Or it can mean your daily rhythm, your habits, your routine, is no longer working for you. In English, there are many ways to express these different layers of fatigue. You might say, "I feel drained," when your energy feels sucked out from the inside. "I'm running on empty," when you're forcing yourself forward with nothing left in reserve. Or, "I'm burnt out," when tiredness has been with you so long, it has hollowed you out. These words aren't just vocabulary, they're windows. They show us that tiredness isn't only about the body, it's about the mind, the emotions, even the soul. So the next time you feel weary, ask yourself, is this about sleep, or is my life telling me something more? Sometimes tiredness isn't about hours of sleep at all. It's your body's quiet way of asking, "Please, pay attention." Maybe you don't need just rest. Maybe you need change, a different rhythm, a new habit, or simply more peace. In English, people sometimes say, "My body is telling me something." And that phrase is powerful because your body really does speak, even if the words are not out loud. Think about it now. Not the automatic answer, "I'm fine, I'm busy," but the real one, "How are you underneath it all?" Tiredness is often your body's way of holding up a sign. Slow down. Notice me. Not to stop you from living, but to keep you alive in the truest sense. And as you learn to describe these feelings in English, you're also learning to listen to yourself more honestly in life. You already know the word tired, but English has many shades of tiredness, each one carrying its own story.
If you say, "I'm exhausted," it means you are extremely, almost completely tired, as if every muscle has given up. If you say, "I'm drained," it paints a picture of emotional emptiness, like someone has pulled the energy right out of you. "I'm wiped out" often describes physical tiredness, after a long day, heavy work, or endless tasks. And then there's "I'm burned out." That's deeper. It's not just a day of fatigue, but weeks, months, or even years of giving too much until nothing feels exciting anymore. These words are not just vocabulary, they are tools, ways to be more honest with yourself and to let others see what's really happening inside. Because when you can name your tiredness, you can begin to understand it, and once you understand it, you can start to heal it. Here's something strange. So many people feel guilty when they rest, especially when they think they haven't done enough. Why? Because the world around us whispers, "Go faster, work harder, sleep less, achieve more." But your body doesn't follow society's rules. It doesn't care about your to-do list. It cares about balance. In English, there's a phrase, "You can't pour from an empty cup." It means if you are empty inside, you have nothing left to give to anyone else. So maybe resting isn't laziness. Maybe it's wisdom. Maybe it's a quiet act of strength, choosing to refill, so you can keep living, loving, and creating tomorrow. Think about it. If you never let yourself stop, you're not proving you're strong. You're simply running toward a wall. Rest is not the enemy of progress. Rest is the rhythm that makes progress possible. Stress is sneaky. It doesn't always storm in with panic or anger. Sometimes it just slips quietly into your life and disguises itself as tiredness. You wake up already feeling like you've run a race. You sit at your desk and your brain feels heavy, like you're dragging it through mud. In English, we often say, "I'm mentally exhausted." That doesn't mean your body has been running marathons. It means your thoughts, the constant worrying, planning, multitasking, have drained your energy just as much as physical work. So the next time you catch yourself saying, "I don't know why I'm tired," pause for a moment. It might not be lack of sleep. It might be stress wearing a mask. And when you name it for what it is, you take the first step to easing its grip. Are you really lazy, or are you simply tired? It's an easy trap to judge yourself, to whisper, "I should be doing more." But what if the truth is this? You're not lazy at all. Your body and mind may be working overtime, even if, on the outside, you look still. In English, there's a phrase, "I feel worn out." It means life has used up your energy, not because you're unmotivated, but because you've been carrying too much for too long. So be careful with that word lazy. Most of the time, it's a lie we tell ourselves. Fatigue is not laziness, it's a signal. And listening to that signal is the opposite of weakness. It's wisdom. Remember, sometimes lying down isn't giving up. It's standing up for your body in the quietest way. Not all tiredness disappears with sleep. Some of it lives deeper, in the heart. You can feel tired because of sadness, because of conflict, because you miss someone so much it weighs on you. That kind of tiredness doesn't fade after 8 hours in bed. It fades only with healing. In English, people sometimes say, "I'm emotionally drained," or simply, "I'm just done." Those words carry a heaviness that goes beyond the body. And here's the beautiful thing. When you find words for your feelings, you begin to lighten them. Talking about emotional fatigue can help more than silence ever will, because words give shape to feelings, even feelings as heavy as exhaustion. And once feelings have shape, they can finally start to move. If tiredness is something you feel every single day, it's no longer just about needing rest. It's a message. Your body may be asking, what in your life is draining you this deeply? Is it your schedule? The food you eat? Your job? Your relationships? Or even the way you speak to yourself? When exhaustion becomes your normal, it's not weakness. It's awareness, a sign that something in your life needs to shift. In English, we sometimes describe this moment as a wake-up call. It's when your body rings the alarm, not to punish you, but to protect you. So if tiredness feels like your constant companion, don't just push through. Pause. Listen. Because your body isn't breaking you down. It's guiding you toward change. We don't always think about it, but what you eat shapes the way you feel. Have you ever eaten a heavy meal and then felt like you needed a nap right after? Or skipped lunch, only to find your brain foggy and unable to focus? Food is fuel, but not all fuel burns the same. If you live on sugar and caffeine, your body runs in short bursts of energy, followed by sudden crashes. In English, we say, I hit a wall. It means your energy suddenly collapses, as if you've run straight into something you can't move past. So if tiredness follows you often, look at your plate. Ask yourself, is this food giving me steady energy, or is it stealing it? Because sometimes the key to clearer focus and lighter mornings isn't another cup of coffee, but a different kind of fuel. We hear the word burnout everywhere, but what does it actually feel like? It's not just being tired after a long week. Burnout is deeper. It's when even small things feel too heavy, when you wake up already behind, when the things that once excited you now feel empty. In English, people sometimes say, I'm running on fumes. Imagine a car with the fuel light flashing, still moving forward, but with nothing left in the tank. That's burnout. You're still going, but inside, you're hollow. And here's the important part. Burnout is not weakness. It's overload. It's what happens when your giving outpaces your recovering. So if you ever feel numb, disconnected, or like you're simply going through the motions, take it seriously. Your body isn't failing you. It's crying out for repair. Have you noticed this? On days when you're tired, your English seems to fall apart. You forget simple words. You mix up grammar. You start a sentence and then stop halfway. It's not because your English is bad. It's because language takes energy. And when your brain is drained, it resists doing extra work. In English, you might say, my mind is blank, or I can't think straight. That's tiredness speaking, not a lack of ability. So the next time you feel frustrated, pause and ask yourself, am I actually worse at English today, or am I just tired? Most of the time, it's not your skills that are failing. It's your brain asking for a break. And sometimes the most powerful way to improve your English is simply to rest. Rest and recovery sound similar, but they are not the same. Rest is the pause. A nap, a quiet night, a moment of stillness. It gives your body a break. Recovery goes deeper. It's when your body and mind begin to repair themselves. When you don't just stop, you actually come back renewed. In English, we often say, I need to recharge. Like a phone battery, you don't just put it down, you plug it in and give it time to fill again. Sometimes recovery looks like sleep, but other times it means taking space from stress, stepping away from constant noise, even turning off social media to let your mind breathe again. Ask yourself, what helps you feel whole again? Not just rested, but truly restored. Because that's the difference. Rest stops the moment. Recovery gives you back yourself. Sometimes we hesitate to say, I'm tired, because it feels negative, like we're complaining or showing weakness. But expressing how you feel doesn't make you boring, it makes you honest. And honesty builds connection. In English, there are gentle ways to share your energy without sounding harsh. I've had a long day, or I'm feeling a little low on energy, or I think I need to slow down tonight. Notice how these phrases are softer. They don't shut down the conversation, they open it. They show self-awareness and even emotional intelligence. Because when you speak like this, you're not complaining, you're communicating. And that's powerful, both for your English and for your relationships. Why do we keep moving when every part of us is asking to stop? Sometimes it's guilt. Sometimes it's fear of falling behind. Sometimes it's because we don't want to look weak. But the truth is this. The more we push, the more we break. In English, there is a phrase, I'm stretched too thin. It means you've taken on so much, there's nothing left to give. And here's the paradox. We think pushing makes us strong, but often the bravest choice is to pause, to say no, to whisper, I need time. That isn't laziness, it's leadership. The kind that begins with leading yourself. Because if you collapse, there's nothing left to carry forward. Strength isn't endless motion. Strength is knowing when to stop. Not all rest is the same. Sometimes you need sleep. Other times you need silence, or space, or even nature. In English, people might say, I just need to clear my head. It doesn't mean they want to lie in bed. It means their mind feels crowded and they need peace to breathe again. So ask yourself honestly, what kind of rest do I need today? Is it physical, to give my body strength? Is it emotional, to soothe a heart that's heavy? Or is it spiritual, to reconnect with something deeper than myself? Rest is not one size fits all. Different days ask for different care. And when you choose the kind of rest you truly need, you're not just stopping, you're healing. When someone close to you is always tired, the best gift you can give them is not judgment, but gentleness. Don't push them with, come on, just try harder. Instead, try something softer. Hey, I've noticed you seem a bit off lately. Are you okay? Or, I'm here if you want to talk. In English, we sometimes use the phrase holding space. It means being present for someone without trying to fix them, without rushing their healing. Just listening, quietly and fully. Often, that's all a tired person needs, to know they're not alone, to feel it's safe to slow down. Because when we hold space for others, we remind them of something essential. It's okay to be human. Let's bring the focus back to you. What's one small thing you can do today to invite a little more energy, a little more peace? It doesn't need to be huge, not a full life change, just one gentle shift. Maybe it's taking a 10-minute walk without your phone. Maybe it's eating a proper lunch instead of skipping it. Maybe it's saying no to one thing that drains you. In English, there's a saying, small hinges swing big doors. It means tiny actions can open the way to big changes. You don't have to fix everything today. You just have to begin. And sometimes, that one small step is all it takes to turn the day around. Before we close, let me remind you of something important. Your tiredness is not a sign of weakness. It is not proof that you are lazy or broken or falling behind. Tiredness is a signal, a whisper from your body, your wise, beautiful, powerful body asking you to listen. It means you've been trying. It means you've been carrying a lot. And it means it's time to give yourself the same care you so easily give to others. In English, we might say, I need to listen to my body. But this isn't just language. It's a practice, a way of living. So, as you step back into your day, remember, your fatigue is not failure. It is a message. And when you honor that message, you step closer to balance, to healing, and to yourself. Thank you for being here with me. I'm Evie, and I'll see you in the next quiet moment we share.